Hello everyone, automotive fashion is a complex thing. We remember the 50s for their abundance of chrome, the 80s for their angular shapes. But in the 90s, designers discovered computer modeling. The era of biodesign had arrived. A time when cars eliminated sharp angles, and they almost all began to resemble bars of soap and sea creatures. Today, we'll recall a time when marketers weren't so afraid to experiment, and we'll examine some of the strangest, boldest, and downright scary cars of the 90s. We'll find out how a respectable business sedan was turned into a scared fish, and why a family hatchback needs 2 stories of eyes. We'll start, of course, with the king of all automotive cringe lists, the Fiat Multipla in 1998. A car that looked like the underbody of a minivan crossed with the top of a lunar rover, and they forgot to remove the fold of fat in the middle. Its double-decker front is the basis for any video about crazy design. But jokes about the exterior aside, technically, it was practically a masterpiece of ergonomics. The Italians wanted to make a compact yet ultra-roomy family car. What was the technical nuance? Instead of the standard 2 seats in front, they created a wide body and slapped 3 seats in a row, both front and rear. The result was a 6-seater aquarium. But why that weird step under the windshield with 2 more eyes? The engineers claimed it was a genius solution. The high beams were moved higher, right under the windshield. This placement illuminated the road much better, making the car safer. The end result was the most comfortable, practical, and well-thought-out family car that no one wanted to get into.
Darling, look what I bought.
But while Fiat's oddity was forgivable, what happened to Ford in 1994 remains a mystery to historians. The first-generation Ford Scorpio was a solid, austere business sedan. They were beloved by executives and gangsters, but the time came for an update, and Ford came up with the Scorpio 2. The designers were so enamored with biodesign that they transformed the respectable business sedan into something resembling a frightened fish. At the front, there were sculpted round headlights and a chrome grille. At the rear, a continuous strip of lights made the car seem infinitely sad. Premium buyers didn't get the joke. Sales plummeted so dramatically that Ford canceled the Scorpio model forever, burying the entire line of large European Fords. That's what happens when you try to sell respectable people a car that looks like a frightened fish. While Europe and America were churning out one weird car after another, the Japanese were creating pure style. Just remember the 1991 Subaru SVX. Designed by the great Hoheta Giugiaro, it was pure futurism, which still looks strange, but cool. The car's main feature was the windows within windows. The side windows extended onto the B-pillars, like those on fighter jets. Because of this, it was impossible to lower a regular window. Engineers had to create small, lowerable sections within the large windows. It looked like a spaceship, but picking up a burger from McDonald's would likely have been a bit of a challenge. With the Toyota, however, things were less clear-cut. A compact Japanese car with butterfly doors. It wanted to look like $1 million, but inside, it was just a regular, small, dull, budget Toyota with a weak engine. But those doors, sweeping upward and forward, along with the large glass roof, completely changed the perception. Incidentally, it was Toyota that engineer Gordon Merry borrowed the door design from when he was designing the legendary McLaren F1 hypercar. A budget Toyota that inspired the world's premier supercar. What's wrong? What if you thought the Fiat Multipla was the only car in the world with a double-decker face? Nope. In the late 1990s, the Americans at General Motors decided to create the perfect car for young people and outdoor enthusiasts. On paper, everything looked, as always, perfect. This front end would be a breakthrough.
Unusual, but this is the future. The
world's first sports crossover. It will be a legend. And in 2000, they rolled out the Pontiac Aztek. The car looked like it had been assembled from 3 different cars in a junkyard, in the dark. It had two radiator grilles and narrow, slit-like headlights on top that looked out at the world with an insurmountable sadness. This masterpiece of biodesign regularly wins awards for the worst car of all time. The designers were so focused on making the car bold and unique that they accidentally created a visual weapon of mass destruction. But the craziest part was hidden inside, as the car was marketed as a vehicle for survivalists and tourists. A removable refrigerator was built into the center armrest for storing cans of soda, perfect for taking to the beach. The trunk lid featured audio controls and power outlets, allowing you to throw a disco right in the open air. But the icing on the cake was the optional factory awning. You opened the huge tailgate, pulled the signature tent right over the trunk, and inflated the built-in mattress. An air compressor was included for this, and then you could sleep comfortably right in your car. Marketers expected young people to storm the showrooms, but no one wanted a crossover that looked like a suspended plastic container. Sales plummeted. The Pontiac Aztek will forever go down in history as one of America's greatest design failures, but only one thing saved its reputation. Years later, Walter White started driving it. And finally, our parade of biodesign and strange interiors was topped by the 1995 Ford Taurus. In the first half of the decade, the Taurus was the best-selling car in the US. But in the third generation, Ford designers decided to take the idea of roundness to its absolute extreme. We need more circles. Straight lines are bad. We need more circles. Straight lines are bad. We need more circles.
They removed all corners from the car. The headlights are oval, the rear window is a giant oval. But the real hell was inside, where absolutely everything was oval, from the radio buttons to the ashtrays. The central climate and radio control console was a monolithic oval plate with round buttons. The interior looked like you were sitting inside some kind of living organism or a space slug. The ergonomics were wildly unusual, and the Taurus instantly lost its market leadership crown to the boring but understandable Toyota Camry. The 1990s were an amazing and very strange time. Which car from the 1990s evokes the most emotion in you? Let me know in the comments. That's all from me. Thank you all for watching. Likes and subscriptions to the channel really help its development. Until next time.